I thought we'd do a medicine Buddha practice this morning. So let's just settle into our meditation posture. And let's just try and land before we take off into the day. Try and bring your mind to where your body is, in case you've already headed off into the morning, leaving your body behind. So just very gently bring your mind back. If you are sitting at a desk with your feet down on the ground, make sure your ankles aren't crossed. So you want to be in a parallel position if you're sitting like this. Other than that, if you're in the regular cross-legged position, you just want to be comfortable. So if you have tight knees and hips, you can have a couple of cushions underneath each knee. And just have your sits bones on something quite firm. And it's also quite helpful for your posture, if you're sitting like this for a while, to be slightly raised. Hands are in the meditation mudra, right hand nestled in the left, with the thumbs touching. Morning, Victor. Let's just imagine our spine is a string of pearls of light stretching from the base all the way up through the crown of the head and beyond. And you can imagine there is somebody there above you, very gently lengthening your spine as your head reaches towards the ceiling. Now your head is slightly tipped forward, eyes are down, looking on the length of the nose, just slightly ahead if they were open. Tip of the tongue on the roof of the mouth and relax the jaw. Excuse me. And let's just bring our attention to the crown of the head and relax the scalp and the forehead. And bring your awareness to the back of the eyes and relax all the muscles in the back of the eye. And imagine you're just relaxing your eyes. And relax the nose, the area around the mouth. And bring your awareness to the back of the head, your scalp there, around about the level of the occipital bone, the base of the skull. And relax this whole area here. And imagine you have a nice warm light, perhaps a little torch, and you shine that light into your ear and imagine the inner ear relaxing. And as you do that, just notice what happens with your jaw, back of the tongue, and just relax the temples. Now relax the back of the neck and release any tension there, and your shoulders. And allow the shoulder blades to just drop down. And try and bring some awareness to the upper thoracic region in your spine, in between the shoulder blades. It's quite hard to feel. And then relax the throat, the chest, and the belly, the limbs, the hands, the fingers, and the feet and the toes. And bring the mind to the breath. And notice the sensation of the air as you're breathing in, slightly cooler than the air you're breathing out. Let's just bring to mind all the people of our life. And it's very easy to bring to mind our loved ones and our friends. We're always happy to see them. And then there's the ones we don't like very much. And then there's our strangers. It's always good to remember that at any point in time, these particular groups of people can change place. It's really good for us to completely appreciate, not take for granted the people in our life that do care about us, that we love. It's also something to consider and to think about as an experiment, that each person in these different groups of people in our life in fact do deserve our equal concern, not just the ones we love, not just our best friends. And the reason for this is that they all would like to be happy, just like us, and they all want to be free from suffering, just like us. And they all have this unbelievable capacity for this enlightened mind, just like us. So bring the mind back to the breath. Just notice if you have any external sounds in your environment. Just allow them to be there. Try not to have the mind engage and distract you. Because once that happens, whatever's going on in the background will come to the foreground of your mind. So just allow it to fade. And then notice your thoughts as they arise, abide and fall. And try not to engage with your thoughts or create stories or run off to work. Just allow the thoughts to flow like a river of mental moments. And bring the mind back to the breath. So let's just do our 9-round breathing. And if you wish, I think I do find this helpful myself, is to equalize your breathing. Inhale and exhale. So if you can do nice slow counts of 3 or 4 or 5. And I'm wondering if anyone's noticing whether their capacity has increased. I remember when I first started doing this, was particularly in yoga, I could only get to 4 breaths, and now it's increased more than that. So your lung capacity can change just by doing something very, very simple. So we can just imagine as you're breathing in through the right nostril, blissful, radiant white light. Pause at the top of the breath, just for maybe 1 or 2 counts. Then you can move the finger over and then breathe out through the left nostril, all your attachment energy and anxiety and grasping and neediness, wanting more, not feeling enough, not feeling worthy. Just breathe it out as thick black yucky smoke. We do that 3 times. And then breathe in through the left, blissful, radiant white light, pausing at the top of the breath, and then breathing out all your anger energy. And this is including depression and jealousy and bitterness and grudges and disappointments, wishing to harm, wishing for revenge. And just breathe it out. It's very heavy. And just let it go. Disappears into space as thick black yucky smoke, and you do not breathe it back in. It's gone. And then breathe in through both nostrils, blissful, radiant white light. Pausing at the top of the breath, and then breathe out all your ignorance energy. And this includes ignorance of knowing the way things truly exist, ignorance of karma, dependent arisings. So let's just do this in our own time, 3 sets of 3. And when you're finished, just bring your mind back to the breath and just feel. So I just saw a message from Karen that in northern New Mexico there's fires and that your air quality is quite poor right now. So somehow I was wondering what would I do this morning, and I was thinking of lots of different things, but I kept coming back to Medicine Buddha, so I guess that fits really. So let's just again generate a positive motivation, bringing to mind all the people of our life and all the sentient beings who are involved in the fires. I think we'll do this meditation for them and people in Ukraine, people suffering from COVID. So if you wish, if you have a friend who's not well or who needs help or who needs a little bit of support, if you like, you can bring that friend in your mind and put them next to you in your meditation. If they wouldn't think to come here or not Buddhist necessarily. I think I'm going to do this practice in order to help all beings become free from suffering, such as disease, as well as the causes of sufferings, delusions and karma. So let's just imagine Medicine Buddha a few inches above the crown of your head, and he's sitting on a moon disc, which is in the center of an open lotus. He has his legs crossed in the full Vajra posture with each foot over the opposite thigh. He's facing the same way as you, and his body is made of this light, the color of sapphire. As Rinpoche's been saying lately, or for a few years now, because most of the texts are saying lapis lazuli. I think Rinpoche's wanting to make it brighter. So anyway, blue, beautiful blue. Every aspect of the visualization is made of light and radiates light. So you can also imagine that this is the mind of your teacher, your Lama, your trusted mentor, manifesting in this form for your benefit, manifesting in this male form in this case. So it just helps to make the visualization a little bit more personal if you imagine your teachers above the crown of your head. His right hand is resting on his right knee in the gesture of granting sublime realizations, and holds the stem of an aurora plant between his thumb and first finger. So you just imagine the palm is facing outwards with the thumb and the first finger touching. His left hand in his lap is in the gesture of concentration, which is our meditation mudra, and holds a bowl made of sapphire light, and this bowl is filled with nectar. He's wearing the saffron robes of a monk and has all the signs and marks of a fully enlightened Buddha. He's peaceful and smiling, looking at you and all living beings with this compassionate gaze, accepting you exactly as you are, has no judgmental thoughts towards you. So try and really feel the presence of the Medicine Buddha above the crown of your head. And imagine he is the embodiment of all enlightened beings and their sublime qualities. Really try and get a sense of this peace, this kind of settledness emanating from him. And I'll just say a little refuge prayer here. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving in other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment and anger that holds some close and others distant. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, medicine guru, king of lapis, king of sapphire light, I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. May your vow to benefit sentient beings now ripen for myself and others. So you can imagine that, imagine infinite rays of radiant white light flowing down from the heart and body of the medicine Buddha. And this light fills your body and purifies all diseases, afflictions, negativities, all your obscurations. And it purifies any potential that you may have to give harm in the future. And all these negativities leave your body in the form of thick black liquid like engine oil, and your body becomes clean and clear as crystal. And you can imagine at the same time all sentient beings, all the people of your life, if there's anyone by your side, all the beings in the forest, in the fires, all the beings in Ukraine, all the beings suffering from COVID. Imagine it's happening for them this way as well, as we recite the mantra. Om Chaya Cham Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samangate Soa Taya Tam Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samangate Soa Taya Tam Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samangate Soa Taya Tam Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samangate Soa Taya Tam Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samangate Soa Taya Tam Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samangate Soa Taya Tam Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samangate Soa. Now imagine light flowing into you again from the Buddha. Buddha sends from his heart into you, arcs around, flows into you through the crown of your head. And this time it's a golden light pouring into you, filling you completely, and giving you all the realizations of the path to enlightenment and all the qualities of the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas. And you can imagine that the same thing is happening to all the sentient beings around you, beside you. And as we recite the mantra, really try and feel that you and all the other beings have actually received all these excellent qualities, and you've received the inspiration and blessings of the medicine Buddha as we recite the mantra. Taya Tam Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze samangate soa Taya tam bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze aranja samangate soa Taya tam bekanze bekanze amaha bekanze bekanze araja samangate soa. And really feel that you have received these blessings. And now imagine that Medicine Buddha melts into light and just dissolves into you through your crown, into your heart. Just melts. And your mind becomes one with the mind of Medicine Buddha, with the mind of your Lama, and with the enlightened mind of all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. And just for a moment, let your mind rest there in a state that's completely clear and peaceful and free from our usual busy thoughts and conceptions and feeling we need to do this and that. And just expand your mind for a moment. And remember, this is your true nature. So let's just dedicate all the merit, all the positive energy we've created this morning doing this meditation, that it may bring true mental and physical health and happiness, freedom from suffering from all sentient beings. And again, just to remember anybody that's involved in the fires north of all you people in New Mexico, and anybody else who's affected by them. And stay indoors, close your windows, and do take care. And lots of love, everybody, all my Medicine Buddhas. I saw you all there concentrating. Wonderful. Thank you so much. And maybe I will see some of you this afternoon. We're doing a prayer-a-thon, and then also Vajrasattva tonight, if you wish. Lots of love. Hope to see you there. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.